I think you need to be hungry and you have to be naively passionate about this and motivated. If you know...
Stay hungry, stay foolish.
Hello, and welcome to One of Stories podcast, where we have a series here highlighting global A-star spin-offs. Right now, we are all profiling SLINGSHOT winners and people who have successfully went over SLINGSHOT at Switch. We just give a little pre-context of what is Switch, maybe, for our listeners.
Switch is a Singapore Week of Innovation Technology, been running since 2017. Over the years, we realized that a good number of A-star spin-off went through it, and they've grown. They've grown so much, they've grown from Singapore to other parts of the world. Some of them grown in mental capacity, some of them grown their family size. And today is a fun one. We invited an old friend, Massimo from REVIVO Biosystems back.
Whoa.
And it was 2019 when he went onto the stage. The first time I hear him pitch was one of those P&G or L'Oreal competition. He talked about how his technology could save white rabbits. That was when I know him as mechanical engineer, microfluidics. I'm like, what the hell is this? Fluidics.
Microfluidics. Yeah.
Tell me, man, you are the man.
Please.
This is Massimo, yes.
Yes, welcome Massimo from REVIVO Biosystems. Very excited to have you here today. Please just give us a quick brief of what you think you do, your background, maybe what REVIVO is in maybe a short sentence.
First of all, thank you very much for inviting me to this podcast. Very happy to tell my story and share it with your audience. Yes, I am Massimo Alberti. I am a biomedical engineer by training. I'm the founder of REVIVO Biosystems, an organ-on-a-chip company, biotech company, who is helping cosmetic, pharmaceutical, chemical company to accelerate their preclinical testing to bring their product to market without experimenting on animals. I have a PhD in micro and nanotechnologies. I am a former scientist at Simtech, where we developed the initial part of this technology, and then we spun off and started REVIVO Biosystems.
Yes, I remember the very first time when I heard Massimo pitching at A StartCentral. It was really, really impactful. Because in school, I known a lot and heard a lot about animal testing. Because, going around listening to people buying products, and now the trend is going where people are more aware of these problems and they're trying to be more sustainable or conservative about buying products that are tested on animals. Right. Did you see like a market penetration or like an opportunity when you started REVIVO Biosystems?
Yes, definitely we saw that opportunity. We know that every year more than 100 million animals are tested and used and killed in lab tests across a different range of industries, from the cosmetic to the pharma. And we had developed a technology which we believe could help reduce and who knows, maybe one day replace at least certain animal testing. And the other trend is the regulatory environment. FDA, cosmetic authorities, they are all pushing the switch to alternatives to animal testing. The latest being the FDA this year, basically announcing that now you can use they favor using alternatives to animal testing, for example, for monoclonal antibody studies.
I see. Yeah.
So when you say 100 million animals, is small, big, from mouse all the way to big animals, or just...
Yes, that's from small animals to large animals to primates.
Primates?
Yes.
Wow. That's big. All right. So going back to what you said you developed a technology, or is it a product already?
It is already a product. It's commercialized. It's
Can you tell the audience what's the name of this product? I kind of know the name.
It's a cool name. It's RELEGO. That's our platform, automated fraction collector integrated with tissue engineering for testing of cosmetic and pharmaceutical products.
RELEGO. RELEGO.
Yes.
That is Italian, that is English, or what language is that?
How did you come on it?
It is an interesting origin. It's a Latin root.
Latin.
Yes, I'm Italian, and I've studied Latin in the past. And relego is a word that basically means to collect.
Collect. Okay.
Yeah, and one of the key features of our system is that it automatically collects samples from a microfluidics device outflow. And based on this, we can track biomarkers and assess how a chemical or cosmetic or pharmaceutical ingredients has affected the tissue we study.
So from that, I'm going to ask two other questions. One, Latin and Italian.
Okay, see where it's going.
And the other one is really go. How many markets you go to? The first one, all right? Being an Italian, I heard that there's this prize that they give away to Italian science entrepreneurs from Italy, of course. And you're one of the recipients, like once a year. You're the only one.
Once a year.
And the first one that came out to Southeast Asia and win a prize for it.
Please.
Can you tell us
very
the
own
honors of it?
spin-off.
Yeah.
Yes, I mean, I have to say I'm actually very proud of that award.
Totally honored to be sitting next to a medal
Oh
winner.
my god. Shaking.
Yes, it was a medal from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and the Ministry of Education from Italy last year. Yes, it recognizes Italian founders who had started a startup overseas, outside of Italy. And it is an award that is given once per year. And in the past editions, previous 5 past editions, it always went to the US, to a founder in
Your
the US.
countrymen who are in the US. Okay,
Yes,
got it.
to an Italian who was in the US. And this was the first time this award was given to an Italian founder in Asia. And I'm very proud that it was in Singapore.
Now back to the second question. Your product, Really Go, which are the countries it has went to?
That's one of the
The
things we are.
distributors, the presence, and the actual customers.
Yes, that's one of the things we are very proud of what the team has achieved. We have now distributors in 9 countries.
9 countries.
Yes, and we cover most of the Asia Pacific market.
Asia Pacific, Japan,
Japan,
Australia, New Zealand,
yeah, South Korea, China, Thailand, and India.
and some of these are quite big on the cosmetic market.
They are,
Korea,
yes.
There's a lot of cosmetic in the kind of industry.
That's correct.
Not
Yeah.
populated.
Yeah. And then we have distribution in North America and some of the major countries in Europe.
Of course, Europe, right?
Yes. Europe is a mature market for these studies and testing, especially countries like France, where especially cosmetic industry is very strong.
Of course, France.
Yes.
Yeah, of course, right, France.
Right.
I remember there was this year that you worked with Hello Tomorrow. You
Yes.
went on a mission trip. I can't remember who they introduced you to that opened up the whole Europe market for you guys. Can you share a bit of that experience? And shout out to our friends in Hello Tomorrow.
Yes, I was one of the, let's say, 500 finalists in Hello Tomorrow 2019, if I'm not mistaken, or 18.
2019
No, I can't remember.
is a
Wow, very
it's a year that everything happens.
year,
You
the
won
year.
Slingshot, you went
Yes.
to... Whoa.
It was a great experience. It was an opportunity to very early in our journey to show already a very first prototype, exhibit it there at this startup event, connect with potential investors, be seen by local cosmetic industries as well. Yeah, it was a great opportunity. It really helped us have visibility and be put in front of the right people.
France is a unique market. We all know their culture, their heritage. For you, when you first started 2017, 2018, is that your vision from a Singapore product that you started here to go into a global market? How do you formulate your team? Your team, is it yourself, Singaporeans, other friends from other countries? How do you actually get your core team together so that it can help you to assess the overseas market on a more rapid way?
Yeah, I mean it's a journey, right? So you start with your, especially on a tech product. I started with my colleagues, the ones I developed the technology with initially.
That could be Ziping and some of those people from
Sriram,
Yep.
yes. And along the way, we have worked to also facilitated by A StartCentral through some mentors who also became involved in the company and became co-founders like Bert Robben.
I almost forgot Bert. And I think it's his birthday today, but never mind.
Yes,
It's not-
correct.
He's from Belgium. He's from Belgium, right?
Yes, but I think the most important achievement was the team that we built after that. Initial stages where we brought in different expertise. Sebastian, our new
What is Sebastian's full name again?
Sebastian Tessier.
That sounds like French to me.
Yeah, he
Is
is.
that how you
Yes.
entered the French market as well?
Well, it's a very
perhaps.
diverse team. You end goal in
Yes,
mind.
yes.
Always with the
but
global
that's a
end.
very good thing, a very good point. I think one of the way I always wanted to build a team like this is diversity. diversity of expertise, diversity of cultures, diversity of market access. And I think it brings a lot of fun and at the same time benefits to a company like us.
Different connections, really build up the whole team formation.
Because a company, and to answer your question, Anthony, like this, you have to, at least that's how we plan it from the beginning, you have to think global from day zero.
Especially the cosmetic industry.
Yes.
But by virtue, you talk about from Korea to China to US to Europe, the diversity is apparent.
Correct.
Wow.
And thanks to that and to, all the visibility also that we achieved and we got after with SLINGSHOT and other awards we won, we have been able to now work with the leaders in the cosmetic industry and also recently starting to work with the leaders in the pharmaceutical industry.
I kind of got the sequence mixed up. After SLINGSHOT, you got your first round investment or before SLINGSHOT?
After. So, yes.
Who invested in you after SLINGSHOT?
So after the SLINGSHOT, we got our seed round investment from a major investor were Evonik Venture Capital and Singapore Innovate. Along with them came a few other very valuable and helpful investors.
Okay. Without any confidential information, Evonik is one of the top MNC around when it comes to talk about material science.
Yes.
And they're interested in you because they're a supplier to a lot of cosmetic company.
Correct.
And that, does it help to open door and what does it change for you?
It does. It helps, of course, to having your technology in a way validated by a corporate who is expert in this field. And with that, it comes certain visibility, but also a trust. Confidence more than trust. Confidence by other players that the tech is
most
valid.
of these corporate VCs, especially Evonik, they're likely to do a lot of technical due diligence. Does a solution work even before they put money in? So
Yes.
that is really an endorsement by itself, isn't it?
It is. And that's what happened indeed. It felt like it was a very thorough due diligence at that early stage, which it also helped us to structure our data room in a very solid
like
way.
the reliability that you already trust and you know your product and process and everything, right?
Yes.
You're able to present it proudly to such a big VC. Yeah. I think I want to rewind back to SLINGSHOT, talking about like the dynamics and diversity of the team, right? SLINGSHOT, was it like the same team or has it grown since then?
Yeah, no, at that time it was really a very small team and it was basically almost like a solo founder who started with some co-founders, but I was the only one who was actually in the company.
I think that really shows like your dedication to this,
Yeah, you need to have that.
The passion to present. I think I want to go back to that presentation part. Like what else do you prepare for this kind of thing? Solo, being alone, because I know there are teams together, right? In SLINGSHOT, then there's also solo presentations. I don't know, what was your mindset going into a SLINGSHOT presentation? What was your goal in mind? How did you prepare for it?
Yeah. Well, I think when you participate to this type of events, at least I always set my mindset, I need to try and win it. As hard as it is, and it is difficult, and depending on the stage you are. It was one of the first time I really pitched in front of a big audience at the time.
Whoa,
I was
your first?
very naively. Yes.
What we don't know scares, right?
Yeah.
Just hit down and go for it.
Yeah, but the adrenaline is there, and you try to give your best, and you had just 2 minutes for, at the end, just 2 minutes pitch, and that is the challenge, to pitch in a very short time and deliver, be clear, be straight to the point, at the same time make an impact. Yeah.
It's so hard to be clear and concise in the shortest time possible.
Especially when you have to express very complex science.
Yeah,
It's always the
inside,
layman
right?
Yes.
Yeah.
But what is interesting, if I flash right now that it's over, I can tell you, if you weren't as driven, as hungry as you are, we couldn't have helped you. Because that innate need that you feel, I must get this done, even I'm scared, just have to do it. I mean, that's the founder's mentality.
Yes. Yeah.
There's nothing that we can do to coach.
Thanks for saying that. But I think you need to be hungry, and you have to be naively passionate about this and motivated.
But
If you know,
stay hungry, stay foolish.
Yes. If you know already what you're gonna have to go through, I'm not sure you'll do it.
I don't dare to tell you back then, it's going to be a sea of people, a few thousand people looking at you.
Yes.
But we just do it.
Yes.
Man.
No, it was a great experience, and I recommend it to everybody. Yeah.
You think after SLINGSHOT, I want to talk about the exponential global progress, right? We talked about the opening of international markets. I want to know some setbacks or challenges that might have caused you along the way, maybe some exponential growth that you did not expect coming into, like after the slingshot. Anything along the lines you can think of that we can share with our audience?
Well, of course, it's not just one event that
Yeah.
brings you to exponential growth, but all the different pieces of the puzzle, I think they triggered really an increase in the awareness of the issue that we're trying to solve, an increase in awareness that REVIVO Biosystem exists. I consider it was very early stage. So it helped us to bridge somehow that very early, not known stage to someone who is actually, okay, got an award, recognized for the engineering applied to help humanity from IEEE star.
Right.
And this basically helps you to really go back to what we were saying before about being global from day one. It really helps to realize that vision to, okay, in a few months, years, you just go from a very small entity with an idea and a prototype to a product that has been developed and a team that has grown. I think one of the most important things is really the acceleration on the fundraising at that point in time and on the product development.
You're shipping a physical product. I
Yes.
saw your team working late at night, putting things together, fine-tuning it, recalibrating it. And there was once at the pantry, we were just talking about, I need to understand about product liability and insurance when you ship it.
Yes.
You know, so this global product that we talk about is fairly complex. How do you figure out different country, what is needed between the Asia all the way to US to Europe, and have to a product that is able to comply to different country and push it out there? And do you define this as a bio product with have different insurance requirement to an engineering product with different requirement?
Yes, it can get very complicated. So I think the best for us was to have, as you say, some people in the team very open to explore and to get outside of the comfort zone. And I always praise my team very much. They're the most amazing people and the most amazing team I've ever seen, I've ever worked with. But regarding shipping abroad, there are a lot of complexities that you have to face. There is insurances to take care of. There is finding the right partner for the shipment. I think it helps a lot to have distributors, as we just said, that can help from the other side.
They'll help with the warranty, servicing, installation.
Yes. And so now with this network of distributor, at least the first part of the installation, the initial training is done by them. When there is something more complex to train our clients with or their specific requirements, we either travel to the client or we try to do a remote support.
I'm going to ask a bit of your secret sauce. How do you find this distributor? How do you evaluate that they'll be trusted to carry your good name to overseas market?
It's a very good question. When we started to look for distributors, we had almost like a checklist in place to, align to certain requirement that we would have from the industry. And then you try to mention one by one. Yes. So, but I think, a very important thing is trust. Absolutely. I think we have been lucky with certain countries. We got very trustworthy distributors and very motivated that understand the industry. We have made a deliberate choice to go for not big catalog company distribution style, but to really national-based distributors who have knowledge in the specific industry. So that requires more time eventually to really pick and choose. The good thing is that at some point when we had the very first 2 or 3 distributors from other countries, they actually, they would just reach us out because they saw that the same distributor who carries some of the other products they carry, they're distributing our products. And so they say, oh, okay, so maybe we can actually also carry REVIVO products.
So your recent roadshow to New York,
yes,
that was looking for suppliers or customers or all the above?
All of the above. It was very, very good business trip, very good trade shows. It was the first time we were exhibiting in the United States.
What's the name of the show again?
It's called Suppliers Day.
For cosmetics?
New York, yes. It's mostly on the cosmetic side. Skincare is really big. it's the first time we had a booth and we could actually exhibit our machine and our instrumentation. It was very successful, I would say. We got a tremendous amount of leads, and this is also a good signals, because in the past, when we were very early stage, you would get very non-qualified leads. But now we really see people who come to our booth, they know us, they know we exist, they come with a purpose, and that's a different mindset.
Yeah.
It shows right now we do not need to push that much anymore. We are actually feeling the
and believe, and they want
and they reach
give it
out
to
to
me.
us. Yes. Yeah.
Does that have to do with the new compliance that is needed, lesser animal testing, stopping in certain countries or states?
Definitely, there is that trend and that push from the regulatory authorities, but there is also a conscience or a knowledge from the consumers about the issue of animal testing that push the manufacturers, the developers to try to
Actively look out for those solutions available in the market, right?
Yes.
In this kind of trade.
And the consumers, they are getting very, very conscious about
Yeah,
this
yeah.
issue.
I'm going to switch here a bit from cosmetic market to the pharma market that
Yes.
you talk about. What is your foray into it, and what are you pushing towards? We all know that one is for purpose of quick adoption,
Yes.
but in the longer threshold, I remember the first day that you met me long time ago, people with eczema, allergy, rather than doing a screen pick test, they can use your solution to it. So what are you working towards the pharma market?
So right now we have been working mostly with the absorption and permeation studies. When you apply a product on your skin or you take a pill, you have to make sure it penetrates through the barrier, it
Yes.
being the skin
Yes.
or being the guts. So that's one of the main applications we have explored so far, and we got good traction. A very important one we are targeting now, which is an enormous market, is injectables.
Wow.
So most of the drugs are administered through an injection.
Yep.
And so our system allows to use skin, for example, tissues, and test an injectable into it and see how that injected drug diffuse, what is the kinetics, what is the reactions.
But you are a microfluidic guy.
Yes.
What do you know about it? But some other special
Yeah.
people
I
helping
was
you
gonna
on that.
ask, yeah. But going to
Not that it's not possible for you to learn,
yeah,
but
definitely.
Yes. We constantly learn, right? We constantly have to learn. In my defense, I'm a biomedical engineer by training, so I do have some biology. And I went into the microfluidics, but that's why you need a very good team, and that's what I got. You have a good team who understand also all this.
there's our French friend Sebastian that is
Yes.
into that.
Yes.
I remember reading that he's an amazing guy. He do in
Unbelievable.
Q. He's an author with a bestseller on Amazon.
Yes.
We gotta get him on the show next time.
It's the best co-founder a person could.
All right, man.
High praises, man.
Okay, going to change gear from work to serious. From 2019 till now, there's a pandemic.
Yes.
yeah.
Dark days for everyone. What were the most exciting things happened to you from then till now, other than money and work?
Well, I think
What changed your perspectives in life?
the most important thing that happened to me was that I had a baby back in the days in 2020. So it was exactly during the pandemic, unfortunately, but it was, one of the best days of my life. And
This kind of bring me back to what's the other founder that we interviewed. He said that having a balance between life, family, work, it keeps our focus and anchor. Hearing from you, I mean, I would like to,
yes, it is. I think you have to put an effort to make that balance. As a founder, you're very often so focused on trying to make things work, and you feel like you have responsibility not only for you but for your team and for your stakeholders. And so that balance has to be carefully managed. Not always. I haven't always managed well. Lucky to have a very supportive family, a wife
Your
who
spouse, your
supports me.
wife,
Yes,
yes.
and even my daughter is very supportive.
no way, what does she do?
He picked it out already. He picked it out already.
I
Massive
started to
daughter.
tell her she started to ask me what I do, what I work, and I started to tell her about microfluidics and tissue engineering. So let's see how she fits in that. Yes.
You know, the other founder that we have is Sequential Skin.
Yes.
He started to bring the kids to work.
Yeah,
You can do the same as well.
Yeah, she came a few times.
Another
She
desk.
was trying to drag me away and say, "But Dad, it's time to stop." Yeah, but this is a very good topic. I mean, it's difficult to balance work and life. I think there are periods where it also affects a lot your moods. and you're
I know, right? It's so
yes.
hard to bring back the negative energy.
right. Yeah. So that has to be very well managed, and that's probably one of the hardest things a founder goes through, to be
Especially
able
for
to
deep
be,
tech, because it's such a long
path.
journey.
Yes. Yes.
Especially like during the time also when after SLINGSHOT things pick up, and then also another stream of responsibilities come in, and it's like
Exactly.
the balance is so hard to find. I think
Once you take on money, you got shareholders, you got
Yes.
investors,
so too many things.
you got more staff, more
Yes.
co-founders. You just have to
Yeah.
let's move on, man.
Yeah. And there are times where things don't go as expected, and you have to just push it through and try to make it work. And we have done that. And I think now we are on a good trend. We have traction, we have clients, we have a pipeline that is growing. We are aiming at sustainability this year, and we will achieve profitability next year. So that's the path ahead of us.
Sustainability, you're talking about,
Financial sustainability. Yes.
wow.
Yeah.
So what is stopping you from growing even more? It's a matter of having enough working capital to expand.
Yes, that's basically that. We're always looking for good partners and good investors who can come in, and of course try if they can bring more than just financial.
So what is your
support.
expansion strategy? You're already in 9 countries.
Yeah,
What's next?
Yeah,
More
next-
distributors, more countries, more product line. What do
we
you have
have
in
a
mind?
new technology coming in. This fully proprietary that will change our business model to a much more profitable one, because it's going to be a bit like a capsule coffee machine style, where you have a machine, you have the capsule, and you get coffee inside. And that's what we're going to do.
Everybody
model.
like espresso.
Here we go.
And that's what we need with that. Yeah, expansion, grow market, bigger team to sell, bigger team to execute testing services.
Because the idea that you gave us in terms of a capsule machine, that means it's easy to operate,
Yes.
easier to distribute, easier to maintain,
Yeah.
easier for the consumables, everything to be loaded. So you talk about business model, it's just a product change anymore. It's a whole overall philosophy of it.
It's always the vision that we had. I think now we have developed a tech that will allow us to make that happen. And we are extremely excited about this new developments, because it can actually accelerate the growth
Excited to
tremendously.
see your progress as
Yes.
well. See how you progress.
It's just strange to hear an Italian talk about an espresso machine.
Oh, no. I have to say, I still use my mocha in the morning and make. It's a ritual. I keep it.
Yeah, I saw it in office. You guys are still boiling it. I hear you. What else do you want to talk about as a last rounding up question for the audience? What advice do you give to the next deep tech
I
founders
think
that you
I think
know?
I'll build on that question. I think we want that $1 million advice. Other than just talking about what questions me and Anthony asked, I think heart to heart, face to face, you can just tell our audience what is one advice for up and coming and aspiring deep tech entrepreneurs that you yourself value.
Well, one thing that sometimes deep tech founders struggles with is they may feel being scientists, or is coming from being scientist or researcher, they may feel like they are put into a category. And this is always what I always say, is that you're just more than just a scientist. You can do much more with the right support, with the right environment, with the right ecosystem. And so leverage on that, and just get out of your comfort zone and keep learning and developing, because that's the most important thing.
Keep growing. Even our
Exactly.
life stages change.
Exactly. Yeah.
Single man, married man, family with kids. I mean, it's real.
Yes,
You're too
yes.
young to know that. Never.
I'll just nod my head like I understand.
You
Soon,
understand.
one day I understand. But I think surrounding yourself with good people and good energy will
Yes,
yeah.
that's extremely important. Yes. So, yeah, I'm lucky to have a great team that has that mentality, that's always managed to smile and to make things fun.
That is one thing that I give to your team. Every time I see them in A StartCentral, everyone is smiling.
Yeah.
Everyone is making small jokes but serious about their work.
That's how we recruit.
They also have a checklist.
Nutri coffee.
Yes.
I think it's a good time to wrap it up. I like this energy. Keep talking and maybe off camera afterwards. But I've been Daryl. That's been Anthony. It's our pleasure to welcome Massimo to our One Off Stories podcast. Please follow our LinkedIn for more updates on our series, and like, comment, and subscribe. Yes, please do that. Thank you so much, Massimo, for coming on.
Thank
the
you.
show.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
And cut.